short-term homestay has skyrocketed over the years and is much favored by people over its economic. Charlie and Mina are business partners who recently scored much-needed funding for their startup. Josh arrives shortly and greets Mina. The two are in a relationship. Charlie is contemplating booking a holiday rental home for the weekend to celebrate their successful funding and also to get that much-needed rest. That night, Charlie and his wife Michelle discuss how Mina and Josh ended up together. Charlie in particular is very critical of his brother since he's not doing as well as him and he's only a Lyft driver and taking night classes and even went to jail for beating up someone, while Mina is smart and successful. But Michelle countered that perhaps Mina has been a positive influence on Josh. Then comes the day of the trip and Charlie picks up Josh but got pissed when he's taking the dog with them since the rental forbids any pets. But Josh insists that it's going to be fine, so they all went on their way. During the drive, Mina pointed out that she got immediately rejected when she tried to book the place, but when Charlie tried booking it, he got approved right away. Josh pointed at the possibility of racism, but Charlie played it down. They all arrived some time later and meets Taylor, and almost immediately, racist tensions rise between Mina and him. Taylor showed the group around the house and even promised to come back later and let them borrow a telescope. But on his way out, Mina couldn't help but confront Taylor about her property application rejection. Taylor, however, just ignored this loaded statement and went on his way. The group settles in and agree to go for a walk on the beach afterwards. Michelle notices some dirt on the bed but puts it out of her mind. Josh plays with his dog, Reggie, but notices something about the house. He goes in underneath the floors and finds a locked door. Mina arrives shortly and finds it creepy, but they soon leave to go on their walk. During their walk, Josh confesses to Michelle that he's scared that Mina might leave him on day since she's way out of his league. The two also notice that Mina and Charlie are always suspiciously close to each other and they hope that the two are just business partners and nothing more. During dinner that night, they all agree to go for a hike early next morning. Michelle also has a surprise for the group and brought out a recreational drug. And while she encourages everyone to go and have fun, she decided to head to bed early so she can go to that hike tomorrow. So the three have fun without her. And after quite some time, Josh has had enough, so Mina and Charlie are left on their own. But shortly after an intense moment in the hot tub, the two started making out. And to make matters worse, they continue in the shower. The next day, Michelle and Josh are both fresh and excited to go on that hike, but Mina and Charlie are still a bit wasted from the night before. No amount of cajoling can make the two join them, so they were left in the house. With Josh and Michelle gone, Mina and Charlie both promised to never do what they did again. During the hike, Michelle was talking about how she first met Charlie and how he was still with Jen back then. Josh unknowingly tells Michelle that when Charlie first met Jen, he was still in a relationship with Zoe and everything happened so fast. This upset Michelle after learning that Charlie had a serious history of being unfaithful. But the two had no idea they were being watched. Back at home, Charlie is still indisposed. While Mina is taking a shower, she noticed something sinister and calls out Charlie. The two confirm that there is a hidden camera in the shower head. Charlie immediately heads to the next shower and also sees a camera. He panics since that's where he and Mina have cheated, yet he strongly urges Mina to not report it to police since it'll expose what they did to Josh and Michelle. They both think of ways to confront Taylor about the hidden cameras, but their significant others have just returned from their hike, so Charlie and Mina just decided to do nothing. Michelle is clearly upset at Charlie about his past relationships, which in turn made Charlie upset at Josh for telling Michelle his dating history. For their last night, nobody joins Michelle in getting drugged up, much to her disappointment. Josh realizes that Reggie is missing, so they all go out to find him, and they only gave up when it got too dark. Michelle was having a great time but can't get the hot tub to work, so she called Taylor over to fix it. This alarmed Charlie and Mina since they're not up to confronting Taylor about the cameras. But when Taylor arrives, it was Josh who confronted him about his missing dog. Taylor assures him that he has nothing to do with Reggie's disappearance and proceeds to fix the hot tub. Just as Taylor is about to leave, he tells Mina that he doesn't mind the dog and the property and hopes that they find him. But Mina just can't resist telling Taylor about the hidden cameras in the showers. She leads him there to show him, but Taylor has no idea about it and even insists on Mina's threat to call the police. Taylor grabs his phone ready to call the cops, but Mina tries to stop him, which ends up in a struggle. Josh enters the room thinking they're fighting and beats up Taylor unconscious. Michelle checks on Taylor after everyone left and realizes he's still alive. Mina and Charlie are clearly panicking at this point, so they both admit to the others about the hidden cameras. But behind the scenes, they're being watched. And while everyone is busy with the blame game, the mysterious man stealthily killed Taylor. The group goes back inside to check up on Taylor only to find him gone. Josh goes into full panic mode since everybody thinks that he was the one who killed Taylor. He's having a difficult time accepting it, but Charlie calmly offers a solution. Charlie proposes to make it look like an accident and to not involve the police, which clearly made Michelle furious. But Charlie is hell-bent on protecting his brother, and no amount of reasoning could change his mind. Yet there's still the issue of the hidden camera footage, so they still need to locate the server and delete the videos. Michelle wants no part of this, so she leaves in order to pack up, while the rest of them take care of Taylor and clean the crime scene. The trio carry Taylor all the way to the cliff where they casually dump his body. It got stuck on a rock, so Josh had to climb down there and push Taylor all the way to the ocean. Meanwhile, Michelle hears the shower go off for some strange reason. But when she checks it, another shower goes off at a different part of the house. She keeps following the sound until she comes across a TV playing the footage of Charlie and Mina cheating. Michelle gets so distressed that she drives off immediately, only stopping briefly to tell Charlie what she has seen before driving off. But she doesn't get very far before getting into an accident. Michelle goes outside to check the damage and discovers road spikes not far from the vehicle. Michelle locks herself in the car and contacts Charlie, who is busy scouring the house with Mina and Josh for the servers. Charlie gets the message and goes out to find Michelle. He sees the crash and tries to call her, but it was a trap and the killer got him good. Mina and Josh break into the locked door underneath the house only to find useless junk. Mina decides to go back into the house to search there, but the killer uses Charlie's phone to send Josh a record of Charlie and Mina's conversation about their cheating. Josh confronts Mina about it, but she denies any knowledge. Then the killer sends Josh the video footage and he loses his mind in anger. Josh furiously searches for Charlie in the house, thinking that he was the one who sent it. He angrily goes into every room, but the killer was patiently waiting in one of them. Mina sees the killer and Josh puts a last-ditch effort to stop him. Mina manages to outsmart the killer and escape, but she got found out right away. She flees towards the woods with the killer not too far behind. But she accidentally falls over the cliff. With his fun over, the killer goes back in the house to clean up and retrieve all his cameras. Sometime later, he books another house and continues his cycle all over again. And we've reached the end of our story. Has any of you had any privacy issues in your short stay booking? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and if you've enjoyed this, please leave us a like and subscribe. See you on the next one.